Hey everyone, Einstein. This is my dog Einstein, and we're going to do a quick vlog and quick synopsis, and I'll take it from where I left off. I was in my travel assignment in Palm Springs. I still am, and I'm a travel nurse. This is my second vlog, trying to let other people know what's going on and how I deal with being a travel nurse, because it's kind of tough. It's a challenge, but it's definitely fun so far. So where I left off, Jay and I are doing I'm doing my traveling assignment in Palm Springs, and Jay gets a call for an offer in Thousand Oaks. So he does his interview, blah 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 blah, and then he gets a job offer. So that's great. He got his job offer, and the issue with his job offer was that they said it starts next week, and we got like a 5 or 4 day notice. And we're like, looked online, went on Zillow, went on Redfin, went on whatever Craigslist to look for a room. We did not know the area, so we kind of just winged it. We didn't know the area, so we just took a chance and just went to one of the local areas near it, about a mile away, which is biking distance, which is what we really wanted. So we found a place. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Thousand Oaks. We're in Westlake Village. We just put our deposit down and said we gotta stay here. It might not have been the most financially smart thing to do, but we just had to do it because he needed a job. Fast forward, we're here in Thousand Oaks. This is our new apartment. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, hardwood floor. We have our dogs, which they're allowed to go here, which is great. That's one of the things. We want places that accept dogs. I've been clustering my shifts. I have 1 to 2 weeks left. I've been clustering them together so I can work like 6 shifts in a row. And so far it's been working okay. I'm exhausted, and it's day shift. Oh my God, I'll talk to you about my shifts. I'm float pool, so I decided, actually I didn't decide, the staffing put me the same place 3 days in a row, which is a miracle. It was very, very nice. It was just, everyone was supportive, everyone was a team, and they recognized me, so that's always good. And they know that I work hard for my shifts and work hard for my patient and educate them, so that was fun. The next few shifts have little stories. They have a skilled nursing rehab floor. So I got floated to the floor, and I had like 8 to 9 patients. They were stable. I totally understand what it means to have just a stable patient, but man, they were like, I don't know. I just got nervous. Just too many people, too many patients, too many high risk, too many situations where they could fall, I guess. I used to work in a skilled nursing facility for about a year, so, but it's been 5 years since I worked. Oh my God, like, you know, you get experience to different patients, and there was this one guy that he had tremors, and he was like struggling with little things, but his wife is so dependent on him, on everything. And so all she did was, when she visited him, she brought all the bills, and she said, these are the bills, hon, like what should we do? How do we pay for this? And I was like, oh my God, he's in the hospital and she needs help. Anyways, I ended up putting a social services consult on them because it was kind of sad. I hope he got discharged. I never know. That's the hard thing about float pool. You never know what their end story is unless you discharge them. So fast forward, another shift that I had a code. Thank God it was my patient, but it was another nurse's patient, and I was just sitting on the side, and then all I hear is, I need help here. And I was like, oh my God, like, game on. I ran to, I don't know where it was, you know, I'm a float pool travel nurse, so I'm like, where did the sound come from? I walk into a room because this girl's sitting outside the window, and she says, no barking, Einstein. So I go into a room where there's a young lady standing outside, and I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, do you need anything? And she's like, oh my God, you heard me? And I was like, yes, I thought you needed help. And she says, no, I stepped on my grandpa's IV line. Is he okay? And I look at his IV, it's perfectly fine. I'm like, God damn it, this is the wrong room. And I'm like, and I stepped outside of the room, and then I know where it is. I see people running. You can see Buddha in the background. I see people running into a room, and I said, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I can't really say anything else legally, like where the patient was. So blah, 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 code happens, and then I start doing compressions. No pulse felt, and then the lady like woke up, no gag reflex, but then she like still needed to be bagged. Felt the pulse, bounding. Anyway, it was just a weird situation, and yeah, codes are real, and just make sure you know your ABCs and know your algorithm for ACLS course while you're a tele-nurse. So anyways, that's like one thing that I'd want to advise you guys. Just keep practicing, keep remembering the code, because when it happens, it really is scary, and you don't know your team, you don't know who's there, and I just feel confident in codes because when I was a resource nurse and a relief charge nurse, like you really had to pay attention to what was going on in an emergency event. Yeah, so that's on my code, my random shifts, the conversations. While we're here at Thousand Oaks, we had to get a gas bill, all our utility set up, startup funds, just transferred into a name. I had to go to my State Farm insurance and get liability insurance for the house. It all adds up, and the startup fees were like $400, I think. $400 just to get random things, $500 to get random things, like, because we got a unfurnished housing, and we're campers, so we've been using camping gear. We've been using like what we use during camping, so it does save some money, and it's definitely a learning experience. We actually ended up switching to T-Mobile because one of their iPads, or one of the ideas is we don't need Time Warner cable. We would just have a hotspot because it would just be Jay and I using internet. And it is a very smart idea. If anyone out there is traveling, we just have the iPad as a hotspot modem, and we bring the iPad whenever we want, but if we want to keep it here, we always have Wi-Fi, and it works out. We're also travelers, so the T-Mobile plan has like free international stuff, international text. So I'm not a T-Mobile representative, I swear, I'm a nurse. So just to let you know, that was like, save some corners. And they offer the free Netflix, which is now we have internet as well as Netflix. We're not purchasing any cable or any phone lines. So last weekend I worked 6 shifts in a row, and Jay was over here working his shifts, and we were away, we're newlyweds. It was kind of sad, but it wasn't the worst thing. Hello, we have jobs, we have our health, so we gotta persevere. We separated for a week and a half, and as soon as I finished my 6 shifts, I packed up the dogs, packed up the rest of our belongings, and I drove here. So we got all of our things set up for the most part, and he has coworkers. We went out with them last night, which was really nice. Just socializing, get back to create a routine, what I'm saying. We have to teach the dogs how to potty train outside. We walk them, getting food for dinner. We got the smart pot. We love I like the smart pot. Jay's still learning some recipes, so there's that. So one thing I forgot to mention is that I got a job offer. I got a job offer in the hospital. They gave me an interview, a phone interview, of course, and they said, when's as soon as you could start? And I said, May 30. I'm sorry. They said, when's as soon as you can start? And I said, May, first week of May, second week of May, and they offered me the job, which is great. There was a little hiccup, but I got my shifts covered appropriately for work. But nonetheless, I have a job here in Thousand Oaks too, and it worked out because it's 4 miles away. Driving distance is great. Jay's less than a mile away. It's all worth it. And this is what traveling nurses are like. It's awesome. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll give you a quick synopsis. I'll give you a quick synopsis of what I talked about today. Jay got a job offer in Thousand Oaks. I got a job offer in Thousand Oaks. We had to move here, bring all of our stuff, bring all of our puppies, and we had to stay apart for a few weeks, but it was okay. It wasn't the worst thing. And then my 6 shifts in a row were crazy fun. And then we had to do our startup utilities, moving stuff back and forth. And Jay loves the skilled nursing he works in. He loves the staff. The rehab facility is good. And that's all I can ask for. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Ask me any questions. I definitely will answer them. Have a great day.